Yo, boys, back with another video. Today we're going to be doing the good old-fashioned Evoker, and we're good in a solo shuffle like you. Pretty much pushing 2400 on the Prez Evoker, because why not? Nothing else to do. Um, some of these games are just impossible to win. And I swear healing solo shuffle is my worst enemy. It's how I'm going to get banned, I swear to God. It's just it's going to happen. Just be aware. There might be a ban video coming up. Who knows? Anytime I play solo shuffle, the the anger of healing people is what's the word? I don't know what else to say. Like, look at this. Look what I'm healing. Like, what is this game? Not only do I have to like, ugh, just watching this over again, it was not fair. It was not. It was a joke. This is two games in a row. The first game I went 3-3, thankfully, and in this game, thankfully I did really good. I think I went 5-1 or something like that. When I should have went 6-0. Wait, no, I didn't go 5-1. I think I went 4-2 because this game was impossible for me to win. I don't think. I tried everything I could. I did the best healing, the best CC I could, and it was nowhere near. It just wasn't enough. So I had to trick it to incap because this guy's literally just he's dying to air. I can't heal it. So here I'm just trying to spam healing, and my priest is literally doing less damage than I am, and then my hunter he's not really doing any damage himself. So it's kind of just me. I literally tell him just do damage because he's trying to kite as an SP and you can't do that. You're not a warlock. You literally have to just sit there and tank damage and just do damage. The way you get them off of you is if you do damage. We haven't even went for a stun silence or a fear or really anything. We haven't done a single thing yet. Not it's disgusting, and it's not even fair to me because I end up having to have this guy on my team. It just sucks, but whatever. The mark of that's just how it goes, I guess. So as you can see, I'm pumping out as much heals as possible. And of course I'm going to be salty if I lose because I'm doing everything possible that I can do. Like it should be based off of healing or something. I should get like a bonus round or something. The fact that I have to carry that hard. So here I drag him before he can stun me because they were trying to double stun me, whether it was with the DH stun or something like that. So I just drag it over both of them. I was like, yeah, I'm not about to get stacked with all these people. However, I don't even know how I've kept this guy up. So we actually won this game. We won. I actually carried him hard enough to where me and the hunter could literally 2v3 while this guy was being a tank bot. He was being a target dummy. Absolutely hilarious. This guy literally did barely double my damage. I don't even think he went for a precog the entire game. He didn't even go for a fake cast. Even when they didn't have kicks, I just don't understand. Because usually what you do is you can either precog. If they're spam kicking you, you should just be able to fake cast, get precog. And if you can't, all you're gonna do is you cast flashlight. They're gonna kick you on it, and then you cast a regular casting spell. Then they kick you on it. After that, they have no more kicks for 15 seconds. Then you're able to spam all your damage out. Guess what? If they stun you or if they incap you, it's good. And then you just keep rotating all that over and over again. As long as you get your bleeds up and you do your CC goes, you'll win every time. Obviously, there's gonna be situations where thankfully, I'm playing the best healer in the game for solo shuffle right now. I think. I mean, in my mind, it's definitely pretty god tier. I'm not running the purge talent here, which this round I should be. If I have the SP on my team, I don't need it. But if because usually I don't run it if I have an SP or something that can purge. Because then the only reason you need it here is the purge bop. And I'm not gonna, having the ability to just spam cast heals when people are just taking unhealable damage, just getting one kick is an almost game loss for us. So it's really bad. And this hunter decides to go across the map, and this is the mark of a bad player. I can see what he's trying to do, but that's just not what you want to be doing. Look how much HP and look how much I have to heal him because of that mistake that he did. He ran across the map lining me instead of just bringing him around a pillar and trapping him. He brings him, like, it's just delusional. So I had to chase him across the entire map while my DH didn't even follow us. We could have just swapped to the Windwalker. I don't know if you ever thought about that. We could have just whacked him over there. If the DH just turned around and we all just went all the way back, we could have stunned him, maybe got some CDs, but nope, why would we do that? By the way, this is about 2250 MMR. And I wish I wish 3 Arena was like the Solo Shuffle MMR. 2250 in a Solo Shuffle feels like I'm playing at 1600 in Arena. It's absolutely hilarious. The only difference is people actually CC in Solo Shuffle, and that's it. There's no other difference. It feels like I'm facing a 1600 player. I literally don't feel like I'm facing anybody good. It's hilarious, and I wish Arena was like it, because uh, I wouldn't play Solo Shuffle, and this is like the first time I've started back up on Solo Shuffle because I really don't want to play it. Like I'm only making these characters to get 2400 in Solo Shuffle, but I started enjoying playing threes until I finally realized I don't have anybody to queue with. If I had a team, maybe it'd be fun, but it's kind of miserable. Like it's miserable both ways that you play. Like if I try to arena, I'm sitting in an LFG, I'm facing Caster Cleaves, or I'm facing a comp that's gonna have a way better chance at beating me, and then I just have to go back and forth, either winning once, losing once, and even if I do win 2 or 3 times, I'm barely gaining any rating off of it. So it's like I don't know what to do. Like I log on this game, and I'm just kind of like I don't know what to do. I've actually went from 0 CR to 2072 in literally a couple solo shots. I've only have like 35 games or maybe like 40 games played. And we're already at basically 2100 and probably I think after this game, I don't know if this was the last game I did, but um we should be around 2375, 2400 MR. So as long as I can keep it up, we should be able to get pretty high. On my Wrestle Druid, I was number 3 until I AFK'd out. Uh, I don't know if I mean, you guys saw how miserable it was on Wrestle Druid. In week 2 or 3 of this season, Evoker, it was just any Evoker versus a Wrestle Druid. If you're playing with even semi decent players, everybody that's playing a Wrestler knows how miserable it is to play versus a class that can spam purge all your HOTS off every 15 seconds. It's the most disgusting, unreasonable, clueless thing that's ever been added. I think Evoker needs a fat nerf. I think their healing rotation is kind of fun. I think the fact that you have to do a bunch of things and you actually get to like move your character, it's pretty enjoyable. I'm not gonna lie. I just think the purging and the amount of damage you're getting is a little bit too. It's too extreme. But I think healing as Evoker is exactly how healing should be for all classes, except stop giving people 30 different cooldowns. Do it like Cataclysm. They get Trinket, they get Wall. You're not able to wall in a stun. You're not able to use anything in the stun. So that way, if you use your Trinket incorrectly, you die the next go. That basically Shadowlands 1 and 2, the reason setup comps were primed during that time and people were so mad against facing them is because if you didn't play good versus good players, you lost, which is how it should be. A setup comp that plays good should always be any other comp. Every time. If they outplay you and they have to do setup comps and triple CC and all this other stuff, they deserve the win. I don't care what anybody says. People act like RMP was such a if you played it correctly and you played it with good players, it definitely was broken. I'd say that. But that can be said for any comp in the game. If you play jungle, if you play DH Boomy, if you play any of those comps, even right now, if you play any of those comps really good and you are synced up, you're gonna win games. Obviously, it's gonna be a lot more difficult now because the game just revolved around everybody using 30 different cooldowns. It's no longer about, oh, I CC and they do a mistake and I get to punish them for it. No, it's, oh, well, they click Trinket on air, but now they have 3 different cooldowns to reset every 45 seconds, to where now I have to basically a healer in order to win. That's what WoW is right now. It's basically, oh, whoever first loses. I don't like that. I hate that game design. I hate it so much. I don't think you guys realize how like I cannot stand a dampener season, and that's a dampener right there. And I really hope next expansion is different. I really do. Like, I don't know what else. And the reason this swap was bad, by the way, because it forced my every CD I had. He should have swapped the DH that had Blur and Nether. He swaps the healer that's like, what type of swap is that? So he ends up making me have to Trinket and use my wall on top of my red ability. I was like, bro, are you kidding me? Because that ruins everything. Because now I literally have to I can't even heal him at this point. I don't know how we haven't won the game yet. I've literally just been like, How does an evoker go and we lose? Look at our damage. This is what I'm talking about. How do I win? My DH is like it. That's what I'm talking about. How am I supposed to win this? And I was getting so flustered because I feel like I'm playing insanely well. Obviously, I'm not. I can maybe switch out a few things. I can maybe do a few things better, but overall, I am playing very well. I literally don't have much XP on Prez, and I'm playing like a gladiator level Prez. And yet, even at the level that I'm playing at, even with everything I'm using, all the XP, everything I have, I just can't win a game. Like I'm doing everything possible to do a team effort and give people a chance. Like it's not like I'm immediately going for their throats, but like there has to be a certain point to where they're trolling. Like look at the DH now on their team. This guy's literally doing double the damage he was doing on my team in the first 5 seconds of the game. But why wasn't he doing that on my team? Like this is the stuff that I don't understand. And and the thing is I just don't. And it's not like he's like cleaving pets either. We have no pets on our team. So this is the stuff that I talk about. This is a totally reasonable thing to be, and this guy literally trinkets when I dispel. Don't you just hate that? When somebody trinkets, the moment you dispel them, I cannot stand it. Listen, ladies and gentlemen, if you don't have cooldowns up, sit the Hajj, man. If a lot of people do this is the mark of a bad player. And I'm gonna copy Crusader's line right there, the mark of a bad player, because I've been watching him lately, and he says that, which I totally agree on. If you trinket when you don't have cooldowns and you're not being pressured, it's how you're not going to be able to use your cooldowns. What you want to do is, if you're bursting somebody, I'm fine with you offensively trinketing, or offensively blurring, or offensively walling. Sure, at least you're doing damage. But don't sit there and whine like a child whenever you trinket like he just did, and then when he pops the CDs, he just gets CC'd on it, and then he's doing the damage that he's doing right now. I don't understand it. Like, do not trinket air. Like, I can understand that you want to be able to play the game. Just don't do it. If you don't have damage, don't do it. Just wait. I promise you it'll come in handy. Because guess what? That entire DR that you would have been CC'd off your CDs, now you're going to be seeing all that CC, and there's nothing I can do to stop it. Look right now. He's popping Serenity, and he's rooted. Let's see what the next CC, and this is no trinket. So he hasn't even been able to hit a target yet. Just because he didn't have trinket, or just because he didn't have a cooldown that he could have had. He could just be hitting anybody, but of course, this is solo shuffle. Why would he tag the closest person? And I'm not trying to flame anybody, because I'm trying to just be a calm and reasonable exvic, because I know you guys hate it when I trash talk. But let me be honest here. How is my SP doing more damage than a Windwalker when my SP is being completely trained by a DH and a BM Hunter? How? And how am I supposed to heal this in the first place? Like, it's unreasonable. It's not possible for me. Like, I am literally sweating. I'm doing everything I can possibly. Everything possible to win these games. And there's nothing I can do about it. Like, I'm doing a lot more healing. I'm trying to CC. I'm giving them the opportunity. But this is the third round in a row where somebody who's literally just not been able to play the game. And the reason they're not being able to is because they use a cooldown whenever they're not using CDs. It doesn't matter what you're playing. Listen, there's only two reasons you use your trinket. I'm going to tell you guys this right now. If you want to end up not dying, like, there's only one reason you would trinket. So let's say your healer gets CC'd and they stun you. That's a trinket. Now, obviously, it depends on the situation. Let's say you're facing a rogue and you're in a smoke bomb. That's going to be your trinket. Anytime that your healer can't use a cooldown on you, usually what your healer expects is for you to use your cooldowns first, and then they'll save you afterwards. Now, the only situation that doesn't apply in is 1 in a shadowy duel, or 2 in a smoke bomb. As long as they can physically click cooldowns, like as long as you can click a cooldown and save yourself, that's when they want you to save yourself. Usually that's what I do with my healer. I expect them, okay, if I get CC'd, I'm going to hold my cooldowns, and then when they have nothing, I'm going to click my cooldowns. And that's what you're supposed to do. If you do that, I promise you'll do 10 times better. Because most healers, especially better healers, are not just going to immediately start shrinking the first global that they get. They'll sit the like right here. There's no point in me trinketing. There's no point in me trinketing. But at this point, I see that they're bursting on my teammate. He doesn't have trinket. He didn't pre-karma. So I'm going to immediately trinket the fear. At this point, I have set every DR possible. So he can't fear me. He can't trap me. He can't do anything. The only thing he can do is hodge me. But at this point, I get the full sleep. At this point, we get an entire CD off that. That's an offensive trinket right there. Thankfully, he's running trap, which he probably didn't even need to be honest, because the DH isn't even running reverse, which usually is actually kind of good, but it's also kind of bad, because you should be running a reverse. Rather, you should be running reverse for either, because they have a really good comp here for CC and Solo Shuffle. They have a full Hodge into a full Fear into a full Trap. So running reverse is actually probably good versus this, because he could have reversed this entire thing, which would have saved me using an entire cooldown. He could have reversed Mind Games and Hodge at the same time. But yeah, usually, don't use your CDs. Like, use them smart, and, you know, don't just use them first global. It's never going to work out the way you want it to. They'll just CC you, and it's not going to be time. I literally tell him to dark, and we just win because the game is, you know... It's funny that they do damage, and we literally just win when the healer's not even CC'd. So we actually do damage. This is the one game that we did damage, and we won with pretty much no problem at all. We had like one chance of dying, and we pretty much just... It wasn't even close. So, yeah, it's pretty much that. I mean, it sucks that, you know, the game's the way it is. If 3-3 gained you rating, the thing is, I hate losing MMR because of it. The fact that you go 3-3 and you lose MMR is what irritates me. Because I can go 3-3 almost... Like, it's very rare that if I go 2-4, it means somebody died in the opener 2 times, at least. Like, somebody, whether it was me accidentally not clicking fast enough, somebody get randomly one-shotted. Usually, it's either you're getting completely countered, like how I was. The fact that we won that first round, that would have been technically a counter. We definitely shouldn't have won that, especially when the priest was doing literally less than... It was literally a 2v3. But... And this, you'd think we would win this pretty easily. And of course, the SP's not on my team, and look at the damage. This is what I'm talking about. If they just did that on my team, do you understand the... Like, it's not even like I expect them to do 150k a second, or 130k. I just want them to just do... Just at least attempt to try, not just stand there and walk around. And you don't know how irritating it is to heal. Unless you heal. You have to personally heal to understand what I'm speaking of. Because I understand, like when I'm in the solo shuffle my DPS and I have a healer complaining about something, I literally just sit there and I'm like, bro, I get it. Because I have AFK'd on my druid. I understand. I play a lot of healers now. It's miserable. Not just in solo shuffle, but just in general. And even as a DPS, it's still not... Just playing anything is just miserable. It is. It's not a good experience. Now, if you're playing with all good players, then at least then it's like, okay, if I'm playing the better class, then I'm most likely going to have a way better chance at winning. That's how much my solos are. Like, this should be the game where I should destroy this H-Val. If these were regular players, and they did it, they played, you know, correctly from the start, it would have been a 6-0. This H-Val had 0 chance of beating me. Because obviously Evoker is going to beat an H-Val. I should always be able to beat an H-Val. For some reason, my community didn't even top this guy off, so that's, you know, that's wonderful. But we actually end up losing this, so they actually do their normal damage rotation, and we actually lose. We actually kind of get destroyed, I'm not going to lie. Like, the DH and their SP actually just plays normally all of a sudden, and I absolutely get farmed. Like, I couldn't even keep up with the damage that they were putting out. But let me know what you guys think about this video. Actually, no, I think we win right here. We killed him through the disperse, by the way. Garbage game. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you guys think about this video. If you want to see more, like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll see you guys. Bye.